Welcome to 50 Plus Home and Gardening. Today we're going to talk about doing 4 seasons inside the house and how easy it can be. So first we want to start with a theme. So my first theme would be I love shells, and of course you're going to get a lot of flowers, so I want to have a lot of vases. And I always want to be reminded of memories. So those are some of the themes that I want to have in this season. And then color. The second thing I want to do is, what are my colors? Don't pick more than 3 colors. So my favorite color for summer is blue. So I'm sticking with blue. And then I think my second color would be yellow. Lemony yellow reminds me of lemonade. And just a pure white or cream, something of that sort. That would kind of go with these shells, which are kind of beige. So sort of a beige cream would be great. And then we're going to just get an object and replace it with another that's very similar. Teacups are really easy to change out. So if you have teacups, you can just take this teacup, change it with spring colors. So some of your colors go in there, you just replace it, and now you have a new object. This is the main piece in my living room, and I have decorated it for spring. So you can see that I have spring plate and a spring cup. You can see there's not all of this is seasonal. This I can have out again. This I can have out again because it's just white and neutral. This I can have out again. That's just a real plant. This has to be in because this is my router and things that go with the TV. This sort of has to stay out. So what are the things I want to pull out? This egg, which is from spring, and the plate and the cup. So how I start it first is, instead of taking this whole thing out and starting from scratch, here's what I like to do. Let's just replace these two with the same kind of elements, and then you'll have this half done. I'm going to take this out and replace this stand with something blue. This is what I want in here. It's something blue, and I didn't have to go and make a whole decision on another plan. And then I want to change this cup. This cup is really, really pretty, and it has flowers, so let's try to do the same thing. So we'll take that out, and I want to put a matching cup in. And something from the season. A pop of yellow flowers. Now, if I really wanted to, and you want to write it down or something like that, you could put just a lemon in there, and that would kind of give you some yellow. So how are we doing so far? We've got our blue cup and a flower. That's all I changed. So we had spring, and now we've got summer. I want to take this egg out and put something small in its place. I like that. I've got all the blue that I want. A little blue here, a little blue here, and there. This is a simple way to do it. Take what's there, replace it with another plate. Take what's there, put another small little knick-knack, and you're done. That goes for Christmas, fall, or spring. That's that's an easy way to do it. All we've taken down are these 3 things. This shelf is really pretty, and it has a few knickknacks. The only thing I want to replace is this, maybe this, and the plate. That will change everything on this shelf. I want to keep the pictures for Christmas, fall, but I want to change the seasonal things. So let's first change the plate. We have our beach plate, and you can see the starfish and the shellfish through this green glass. Now I want to replace this. That has a cooling element, and there's a few magnolia flowers, and I think I want to replace this. Okay, now I have my elements, but I don't think I like this green thing in there, so I'm going to take that out. There, I think I like that. I replaced this, this, and this. That's all. Here are the things I took out. That's not too many to deal with. I want to work on this shelf now. Since they're together, I want to keep it with that kind of, have some green, cream, and in this case, I'm going to stick with the cream, green, and burgundy. So that would be the color for over here, and there's just a little bit of pink in there. I'm actually going to add something here. So I'm going to add something beachy. Okay, I've added this. This is like a coral reef thing. I don't know what it is, sort of like from the bottom of the ocean, sort of a coral piece. Okay, and I want to take out Tinkerbell. I've added another shell here in place of the Tinkerbell. Now, I think I want to get rid of this for now. And I put the starfish. And so I like the beach theme. So I have 3 shells that I've added to this corner. Normally I could add a Christmas thing or a fall thing for this, and it would be all done. I wouldn't have to change all of it. So these kind of coordinate and go together. All I took away is these 2 things. Let's work on this table. So I want to replace this with something, maybe some more yellow. I've changed that vase with that previous vase and another plant. And let's see what we can do over here. Okay, I have this other piece that I got from Williamsburg. These are both from Williamsburg. Kind of a flowery yellow, very bright lemony yellow, and some fun beach pictures. If I was going to do a total Williamsburg look, I could add this lemon. They do a lot of the fruit and things, so that is really nice. This cabinet is always a big deal, and it has quite a few things, but it's mostly grandkids and my daughter and plates. So first thing I want to do is change all the plates, and since we're going with the blue theme, we're going with blue plates. Now that I have my blue plates in, I'm going to evaluate. I feel like it's a little bit messy as far as things inside each cabinet. So I'm just gonna eliminate the things. So I'm gonna leave the plates and just put a few blue items and see if we can get a beach catch. All right, I think this looks good. You have candles on the top which come on a timer, a little bit of flowers, some of the blue plates all the way down. That is the castle blue. And then you have blue element on the bottom, grandchildren and daughter in the middle, and a little beach house. A little beach house with shells on the bottom. All right, I think that looks good, and I think I'm done with this area. And this is all I had to take out. Some of the figurines, the spring plates, one picture, and a flower candle thing, and that's it. Let's work on this tea area. I'm going to change out this and this first. That'll make a big difference. Okay, we have this element, new teapot, and a blue, what I would call a doily, but my mom, she made these. These were like, you're supposed to do for washcloths, but they were so pretty, I just put things under there that make it wet. So that was the old teapot, and here we have the new teapot. So I'm gonna get rid of this And I think this, and this. Okay, I'm starting to like it better. This is a Williamsburg pattern, and I actually really like this, and so I may get a pot to match that so I can have them all matched together. But right now I have this blue that matches my castle, and you can see that it has a broken top, so it doesn't really work really well, but I like to have it here. And these are the Wedgwood pattern that I really like. And let's take care of this green behind Mary Poppins. And you have to keep Mary Poppins because she's the ultimate tea reminder. So I like that. And I love this can from England. You gotta have a crown of some sort, a crest. So let's get rid of this green plate and replace that. Okay, I have a lot of elements. There's my blue plate. And I like these top. These are from Spain. Jeffrey got me these, and they have a little bit of blue element with some yellow, a little bit of red, but she has like a little red scarf. So my daughter and Jack, and this is a Wedgwood pattern, and these don't match, but I have a matching one. Let me see. Okay, these match. It's hard to fit because of these little arms, and it's slightly creamier than this, which I really do like, but I broke the other piece of that. And then you have my castle teapot. Okay, and then I like this because it holds my little teaspoons. They're very, very tiny. And okay, I'm liking that pretty good. Like I said, the matching that I want to get is a few more plates maybe for there, and maybe a Wedgwood teapot. Should be fun. Then I think that would look really, really pretty. All right, so this is an easy shelf. I have some books that I want to change out to more blue, and I want to leave that plant there, and I want to change out that pretty tea cup, and then kind of just match this blue theme. It's in the same room. So this is a beautiful crowned. This is Queen Victoria's pick. It was at the Empress Hotel in Canada when we went. Very, very lovely. It cost me a lot of money, but I had to have it. That's my one memory of that place, and I love that cup. Very fancy. Changed the books out to all blue. Nice little plant, and we've got more match. Okay, this is the coffee bar, and let me see what I would change here is let's get rid of this spring is in the air because we have summer, and maybe this little thing and this from green to blue, and let's see how that looks. Okay, I added this blue, and then I added this shell, just kind of a beige, and I added this, but I'm not sure if I like this because there is a lot of teal in here, and that's pretty dramatic. All right, I changed that little vase that was there, and I put this little creamer here, and I didn't really think it needed anything more. So I really like that. That has my Williamsburg curtains, and I like a little bit of turquoise. We've got some more blue, and we finished this. So now I need to take care of that. Okay, I changed out this cloth, and I moved the plant down. So you can see that I'm just changing the same thing. So I have a towel, I'm just switching the towel. I have some of these different colors of vases, so we're just gonna change those out. So we have a spring kind of a deal, and now I'm gonna change it out all to a navy. And I also have another cloth for that, and I just made that. That's just a towel and a little doily. So let's just change this out first. Okay, you can see how easy that was. So I just put some blue in there. I like the white, so I want to change this out. Okay, I like this, and now I want to switch out some of these colors and just kind of make them to match this, continuing to match. So, and we will change out this just with a different color of hand towel. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now I need to change these flowers. They have purple in there for spring, and now I'm going to change them to blue. All right, I just changed these blue ones out from these. And there's just like 3 stems, so it wasn't really a big deal, but just changed from blue, which probably has about 6 stems, and then this little bundle. I think there's just 3 stems on there. Yep. That's all. So that was easy change. I always keep the same cream roses, then they go with everything. And then I will change those out with a fall leaf where the blue is. So that'll be easy. Then I have this, which is, I never know what to do with this. This is just above the toilet area. And so let's just get rid of all the spring stuff. So I'm gonna get rid of the tulips and the eggs. Let's just start there. Okay, I left this flower, I left this, but there was a basket over here, and I just took all the little elements that were in there, brushes, mirrors, and things like that, took it out, put a bunch of towels in a bigger basket, and these were the shampoo and conditioner that were already there, and I just added this and this. This is full of more hand towels. So just a bunch of hand towels back here. And I don't know, it's busy, but I really like some of the elements. I really like the Williamsburg added, and I like the brushes and the mirrors and fun stuff. I like the towels kind of wrapped in a basket. And this is in a dark corner, so I can't have real flowers, so that's kind of nice to have that. And some pretty soaps that you already have. So, okay, got that one done. We're good. This little coffee table is cloth, so I really like that. But then we always have a tea tray full of books, and I always get matching books for the season. So we'll just change out some of these spring ones and add blue. Okay, pretty easy. And of course, you have something fun. Not only birds, but you have George Washington's Rules of Civility. Oh, I love it. This table's pretty easy because I just have I have a plant that's here, but let's just change out this spring plate. And I just added 2 candles. So that makes that nice. A little bit of blue. I can either put it in the center of the table or I can leave it on the side when we eat with other people. And for now, I decided to add a little bit of yellow and a hat just for now while we don't have company. And there's my Kincaid picture, which is really fun, and this lamp that goes over the table. Simple and lovely. keep gardening, and stay creative. And I'll see you next time.